This is a true story that happened not too long ago. Ever since I could remember, I've always had a fascination with women who wore high heels. I was always mesmerized and would daydream about what it would be like to lay at the feet of a gorgeous woman wearing high heels. Recently, I started working a job as a IT specialist at the trade school I graduated from. Getting to know the administrative side was an exhilarating awakening. About 95% of the staff are young females and are all in their mid-20s to 40s. And you guessed it, they all wear heels. I'm talking sexy stiletto and high-end luxury brands. As a part of my initial training, I had to spend some time with reception to get a layout of their operations. There I met the lead secretary named Lena. Lena is a very beautiful Latina woman who's 23 years old. She stands about 5'8" with heels, is very slender, and has jet black hair. You can tell that she's a girly girl who loves fashion. You could instantly tell that she is a very laid-back woman who doesn't judge anyone and doesn't mind having a little discreet fun. On my first day with her, she was wearing a black top, a tight green skirt, and black suede pointy heels that were about 4 high. These heels also had tie-up straps that went up to her mid-calves. I was instantly hypnotized. Throughout the day, I'd try to sneak little peeks at her heels when she had her back turned. We both sat behind the reception desk, and it was a slow morning, so we were talking and getting to know each other. There were times when she'd have to do work, so I'd sneak a peek at her heels when she had her back to me. Just looking at the natural movement of her heels was very arousing. I've never practiced more self-control than I did that day. Every once in a while she'd pop her heel out and she had perfect arches. I almost lost it the first time I saw the soles of her heels and imagined the things she'd stepped on while wearing them. Unbeknown to me, because I wasn't paying attention, the entryway into the office had a glass window that reflected directly to the both of us. While I was catching a peek, she saw me doing so in the reflection. About 2 hours into our day, she turned around and asked me flat out, "You really like my heels, huh?" I didn't know what to say. I thought I'd be fired for sure. But she then followed up with, "I like it when men notice me wearing heels." She then asked me if I'd like to get a closer look. By this time, there was an administrative meeting going on and there wasn't anyone in sight. So I agreed and decided to take my chances and finally experience what I've been fantasizing about for so long. I asked her what I should do, and she told me to lay flat under her desk. It was a very long and covered desk, with my head and face at her feet. By this time, I was absolutely rock hard. I slowly made my way down and assumed the position. She had to stand up so I could lay down, and once I did, my eyes immediately turned to her heels, and she slowly started to walk towards my face. She came to a stop with one of her pointy toes right by my eye. I looked up at her, and she had this mischievous smile, and she said to me, "Let's have some fun." She sat down and immediately placed her other foot on my chest. At this moment, I got to smell the scent of her perfume, and I immediately melted. Then, without hesitation, she put the sole of her other heel right on my face. For a good half hour, I was her footrest. She was answering phone calls and doing her work like I wasn't even there. She eventually put both heels on my face and began doing calf raises. The pressure on my face had me so hard I was about to explode. Finally, when it was my time to get up, she stood up towering over me again. With that same smile, she said, "That was fun, and we should do that again soon." As I was nodding yes, she picked up one foot and placed it down on my cheek. Even though my head was turned, I could see the pointy part of her sole, and I could see her still smiling. She then began to twist her heel on my face as if I were a bug. And with that feeling I couldn't hold myself back anymore, I released. Thankfully, my pants were black. She then switched her heels and did the same twisting and grinding on my face. She then said, "We'll need to find other ways to have fun. I've got a lot of heels I'd like to step on your face with." I happily agreed. We then went our separate ways for the rest of the day, looking forward to what she has in store for me next. More to come.